Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. It is a cool November day up here in northern Wisconsin. Man, I just pulled up to a lake I've never fished before. I know nothing about. In fact, I found it just looking at some aerial photos, Google Earth, and I wasn't even sure if it was like available to get to by the public. It's not a giant lake, but I found a little ramp on it and did a little research and found that the ramp is on state public land. So then we just took about a 5-mile dirt road to get here. Just pulled up. Don't even know the lake name, honestly. I have not ever looked at it. Let's see what we got. It's looks pretty stump filled right now. I am expecting it to be more largemouth. The lake looked like it only has about 10 foot of water. Not real deep, but I do feel like it should have some largemouth in it. Oh, it's way bigger than I thought, actually, guys. Definitely stump filled. Definitely stump filled. Water is very much tannic. So I don't know. We got the little boat. See what we can do. I do have no electronics. So those of you out there who are always want fishing without electronics, this is what you got. No electronics on it. We got the graphs are all on the big boat and don't have it. So we're gonna throw the little War Eagle in, see what we can do, see if we can catch a few fish.
Well, I think he's fine enough to go to school.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a cold.
All right, that's fine. I'll pick him up at 2.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Love you, bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Oh God. Okay, that didn't take long. You are way bigger than I thought you were. You're a decent one. God, you're up. Oh boy. On the old Ozark Rig. That's a nice fish. I'm in a position here where that one's close to 3 pounds. With no electronics, I don't know what the depth is. I don't even know if there's maps of this lake. So I'm just I just figured I'd start. I mean, the boat ramp is right on that point right there. Like the third piece of wood I fished. I mean, it's 1.5 feet of water. Water's like, well, I don't know offhand, but I mean, it's 36 degrees right now. My guess is the water's low 40s, mid 40s. My fingers are already numb, but I could do this all day. If they're holding onto this shallow wood looking for a little warmth, man. All right, let's see how this works. I'll flip the Ozark all day long. Another good one. Look at that chunk. That was awesome. Oh, I don't want to get my hands wet. Come here. It's another 3+. The Ozark Rig, always in the top of the mouth. That was awesome. That's a nice, healthy, cold bass right there. So, I don't know that I've ever truly got into the Ozark Rig in detail, but it is available now, guys. So the Ozark Rig is a replacement to a traditional Texas rig. You know, we came out with the hover rig, and here, let me show you. We came out with the hover rig, and what I love so much about the hover rig is that gliding motion you get. And I wanted something that I could flip that wasn't a 90 degrees. So we came up with the Ozark Rig, and I've absolutely fallen in love with this. So a couple of things to point out. We've got tapered weight from top to bottom. So therefore you're gonna get the gliding motion, but you still have weight transferred to the back. So the bait's gonna ride more horizontal in the water and glide. The other thing is we've added a little, I basically call it a bait keeper at the top as well as the bottom. So your bait locks into place. You're gonna rig it. I'll show you how to rig it in a little bit. But so your bait, you'll slide it up over the top, just like a normal EWG or whatever worm hook. But the thing is, this point right here locks your bait in. And plus, when you pull on the line, basically what happens is that taper flushes up with your bait, so it comes through cover, comes through grass really, really well. You don't have to worry at all about getting stuck. It just is basically a Texas rig, but you've just got your gliding motion now. You're not going to have your vertical fall that you get with a standard bullet weight with a Texas rig, which to me is not, you know, what you want. You want your bait to glide, much more natural presentation. It'll get right up in some of the areas that your normal Texas rig wouldn't. This bait will actually work its way up into the cover. Plus, when you pick up on it, instead of it coming straight vertical, it still glides around, really similar to the hover rig. The other thing that is so nice about it is that it penetrates the fish right in the top of the mouth. I don't 100% know the science behind it. My basic response would be that the bait is riding, it always rides with the weight down. So when the fish bites it, the weight's at the bottom, and this little taper just ramps it right up into the top of the mouth. But you get amazing hook sets with this thing. The Creature Hog, just one of my favorite baits to flip. You can fish it with pretty much any flipping style bait. Ozark Rig, this is our new one. This is the 3/16 ounce 4/0 hook. We've got an 1/8 ounce 4/0, potentially other new sizes coming out as well. Golly, another nice one. That's 3 for 3 and good ones. And he's hooked. God, that's a nice one. He's hooked exactly where I told you guys he'd be hooked. Every time. Right through the best part of the face. That's another 3.5. Good old chunky fish. Beauty. I'm liking this lake right now. I'm liking this lake a lot. See you, bass. That's the first one I've actually felt crack it. He hit it real good. Another nice one. giant, but another nice one. Another 2.5 probably. God, he actually thumped that hard. The other 3 I have not felt. Our bait is still holding up just fine. Laser sharp hook. Gave it a little pop. Just a dunk, little pop. I gotta tell you, so one thing too that I really like about the Ozark rig is since there's no weight, no bullet weight sliding up and down the line, you don't have to worry about like protecting your knot. You don't have to worry about that weight sliding around damaging your line, which is another bonus too. You know, the knot is covered up underneath your plastic that you slide up over it, so you don't have to worry about retying ever because of that. You know, in this case here, we'll get a new one. Let's show you how to rig it. Where are they? All right, so I'm just throwing the 4-inch black and blue creature hog. I'd love it if they made a 3-incher. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so you're just gonna rig it like you rig a normal Texas rig. Go down through the bait, come out, you know, so you got, I don't know, 1/4 inch. Slide it up over that tapered weight, and then just bury it in just like you normally would. Just like that Texas rig, you can see we got our knot covered inside the worm. Our little keeper is buried right to the tip, so you get a nice slanted kind of taper into the bait. And there you go. So it's basically, you know, you're rigging it the same way you would Texas rig a bait. You just slide it up over that weight. Another big one. That's the biggest one yet. That's a good one. Oh, I like this lake. Come here. Oh, that's a good one. Look at that one. That's a 4.5. Ozark rig. Top of the mouth. Do you like Ozark rigs? I think you do. That's a good one. I wish I had my scale. Look at the belly on that fish. Dang, they're just thick. God, that's a big one. Come here. Come here. Oh, I missed you. My thumbs don't work. They're too cold. I mean, not as big as I was hoping, but another 3.25. Just a beautiful fish. Maybe a little bit more. On the Ozark, this, I'm telling you, there is something special about this. If you like to fish, you know, to flip, or you like to like throw worms through grass, this is a hook, the Ozark rig, that you really want to check out. The biggest factor here is it keeps your bait parallel in the water column like that. It's horizontal. So the bait glides. It doesn't go vertical like a Texas rig does. And honestly, there's nothing that swims or moves vertical in the water column. So if you got a bait that rises and falls, but it's staying horizontal in the water, that's something that is very natural, and that's something that generates a lot of bites because of it. So if you haven't tried a core tackle Ozark rig yet, go get yourself one. Put your favorite flipping bait on there, whether it's a back scent creature hog or you like a beaver style bait or a cross style bait. Go give it a try, guys. I think you might be really impressed with how well it performs for you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and stay tuned for a new video coming out tomorrow.